starting that, see if it works.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, but let's see.
Refresh. Hang on a sec, now I gotta go back.
Is everything plugged in over here?
Yep, you got lights.
Alright, we got video now.
Right. So that's interesting.
Okay, we're
We
good.
fixed it, chief.
The key, well, I think
Thank
the
you.
key is I was hitting some buttons here too, so it might be. Might have to isolate.
Okay, everyone, please excuse our little video difficulties, but I think we're up and running now. Anyway, I'd like to open the regular village board meeting for February 19th. It is now 6:33. We've already done the Pledge of Allegiance and had roll call of the village board. We're going to segue right into the meeting. Start off with some announcements. Waterfowl. We've gotten a couple of phone calls regarding geese, swans, other types of birds right off the beach in distress. They're, some of them are dying, some of them are being ravaged by predators. We're aware of it. We did have a wildlife person from the DEC come down, and we did send one bird up to Albany to test for the avian flu. It came back negative. The determination by this wildlife lady was someone is feeding the birds, and what happens when you feed the birds, they tend not to leave, and it gives them a false sense of food. And I say false sense because you only can throw out so much food, and then more birds will come, and then all the food is gone, and then there's not enough food, and then the remaining birds get weak because they're not eating. So while the intentions are noble, and I understand that you love wildlife, it's actually doing more harm than good. So once the birds get weak, now they can't fly. They have to stay there. They'll sit on the ice. Ice melts, ice freezes. They get stuck, and then in the night, predators come, and they do what predators do. The predators aren't necessarily just coyotes or foxes. They're bald eagles. There are other types of fowl that come in, and they prey in a week. It's a natural thing in life. So while no one is comfortable with that, that is the facts. So please do not feed the birds. We do go down there. Our patrol goes down there. Our parks department, Brendan Colasar, goes down there every morning. If we can help a bird safely, we do. Unfortunately, most of the times, it's already gone past any kind of assistance. So we're on it. We know about it. We're doing the best we can, but please don't feed the birds. Thank you. Correspondence is available for anyone to read. Just going to bring up one section of correspondence, which I'm going to deal with in a few minutes, but it's from the New York State Department of Transportation and various eminent domain parcels that they're going to be taking over. And again, I'll get into it now, actually. Basically what it is, the state DOT is going to be putting up sidewalks from the corner of Waterstone and Windermere on the south side of the street up towards Nassim's grocery store, which is Wilson Street. So you have, it's going to be in a couple of sections from Waterstone to Felter to there. So they're going to be sidewalks. There are broken sidewalks there, but for the most part, there are no sidewalks. It's just dirt, grass, etc. Which leads me into another mail that we got regarding someone who lives on that side of the road, regarding the cleaning of the sidewalk. There is no sidewalk right now in front of this person's business or house. New Jersey Transportation and the state chose that particular area to be a bus stop. Brendan has gone out in the past and help alleviate whatever we could, but it's dirt. So hopefully this will happen. So when Bill gives his report, maybe I'll touch base with you on that, Bill. But that's that. And Bonnie Penaluda regarding a water bill, which I'm addressing tomorrow. Okay, that's correspondence. Visiting elected officials, we have Town Councilman Floyd D'Angelo from Warwick. Anything, Floyd?
No, I don't have anything, thank you.
Thank you. Reports of boards and department heads. Brendan, anything from the parks?
So for the end of January, beginning of February, we've done garbage-wide, village-wide garbage collection for all the garbages. Camera maintenance along Windermere for the PD. Maintenance and fueling of temporary heat in the water plant to ensure nothing freezes within the plant. Repaired the boiler at the PD, installed a new expansion tank for it. Designed and built new shelving for all the dive equipment and storage in the police department garage. Ice rink, shoveling and maintenance to ensure that it's smooth. And plowing and salting of all village-owned properties for multiple winter storms we've had. That's all I have.
Thank you, Brendan. DPW, Bill.
Well, we've had a busy month, 4 or 5 storms. You've heard there's a shortage of salt. Be assured we have a full barn, plenty of mixed sand, so we've been able to acquire some, so.
Okay.
It's come in dribs and drabs, we do have enough. Just one thing I wanna bring up, we talked about this, Tom, in the last couple of storms, people are saying we're not plowing the roads. And if the storm's gonna turn to rain or sleet, we will leave a couple inches on the roads, so they have some traction, plus we can plow it off. Otherwise, if you have a bare road, it's just ice.
Right. You'd rather have a little bit of snow
So
than.
we do leave, we do it on purpose, we do leave snow on the roads.
Yep.
But we're in the barn, ready to go if there's a problem, so.
Sure. I mean, last time you called me, I did call up Village Hall.
I got several calls from residents that we haven't been around plowing, and
Yeah.
we do leave snow on the roads just for that purpose.
But actually, Kathleen, we spoke about it, so the clerks are aware of it.
Yeah.
So if we get,
I just wanna make
Yep.
it public
Yep.
that it's not, that we're lazy not doing the.
No.
of course.
The one person that did call, and I explained to him, I said, they can't shovel ice, they can't plow ice, I said, and the salt, when the temperatures drop, doesn't do anything.
No.
So I said, they leave that so that when it goes onto the snow, and he goes, oh, okay, that makes sense.
There's
Once you
a-
explained it to him, he kinda got
They
it.
have traction also, it's not
Yeah.
a sheet of ice,
Yeah.
you know, to drive around.
And then when you take a minute and think about it, it makes sense. Obviously,
Well,
you know.
I know, but people were complaining.
I know. Okay.
That's
Yeah, but
great
we know it.
information. Thank
We
you.
have that answer. Maybe I'll throw that in my column next week. Just for. Now, just a quick question. Going back to what I was talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Jersey Ave. I mean, that's a state road. I mean, as far as our concern,
No, it's not us.
there's nothing we can do. I mean, Brendan's gone out, kind of to help because it is a bus stop. But I mean, as far as obligation, we really
No,
don't.
that's state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we'll help out whatever.
Of course. No, I know
Yeah.
that. But Brendan's been
We
taking
just,
care.
just wanted to put it,
Not a lot you can do with
Yeah.
it.
the what?
It's just dirt.
Yeah,
The curb and dirt, and it's not even at the height of the curb. It's not like you can scrape it off with a machine. It's all the slush that the state pushes up off the road. So even when I clean it, they come by again and push it all up again, and it freezes again.
right.
It's not a good area to get
I know,
into.
we keep getting the email about it, we wanted
We just
someone
wanted to
on
touch
camera
base
to
and-
explain that it's not our road, we are, sending people out there to kind of fix
Like I
it for
said,
them, but,
we'll do whatever we
Yeah.
can to help, but
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but like it's,
Yeah, it's one of those great
Yeah.
areas.
what do you do?
thank you, we appreciate it.
Listen, I stopped by the other morning. You guys do a great job. I appreciate it. And you did call me up on that, and that's why the clerks all know that's our answer when that happens. It's not out of, you're there, you're working, but it doesn't make
Well,
sense.
there's a reason why we do it.
Yeah, and like I said, you'd be causing a bigger problem if you didn't.
Yeah.
To be, thank you, Bill, appreciate it.
Bill.
Police, Chief Adam.
Does that thing have a,
It's got a plug, but I don't. It's just like it's like a speaker,
oh,
I
okay,
mean, which it would work, but
okay.
I don't know how well. We have to hook this up to that. But good evening, everybody. For January 2025, the Greenwood Lake Police Department handled 1,080 total blotter reports, had 309 traffic stops conducted, 122 traffic summonses issued, 4 motor vehicle accidents handled, 4 parking summonses issued, 27 check welfare assist citizens, 36 medical aided calls handled, and 2 arrests were executed. We had no use of force incidents for the month of January. Our response times for the month of January was approximately 3 minutes. Personnel changes, FTO completions. Daniel Strisco successfully completed our background investigation. We are seeking board approval for a part-time police officer position starting at a minimum wage until successful completion of our field training program. After successful completion, the hourly rate shall adjust to the base wage rate of $28.99 an hour. We have no rehires and no retirements, resignations, or terminations. Community events coming up. Our PBA Easter egg hunt will be held on Saturday, April 19th at 10 a.m. sharp. I had 9 a.m. on the report, but it's 10 a.m. If attending, please plan to be there by 9:50 because we will start promptly at 10 a.m. Our bicycle rodeo is slated to be held at the Greenwood Lake Police Department, located at 16 Church Street on Saturday, May 17th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And our fishing derby will be held at Senator Moorham Park, located at 7 Windermere Avenue on Saturday, June 28th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Greenwood Lake Little League is holding their opening day parade and ceremony on Saturday, April 12th. The parade will kick off at 9 a.m. and head south on Windermere Avenue from Chase Bank to Elm Street, ending at Lions Field. Please drive carefully and be mindful of the children in and around the roadway. Expect congestion between the hours of 8:45 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. in these areas. The annual Greenwood Lake Street Fair will be held on Saturday, June 14th. As usual, Windermere Avenue will be closed just south of Chestnut Street to Jersey Avenue from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Expect congestion in and around the area. Our DCJS equipment grant, we follow up on that a couple of times a month. It is still pending. We were just recently advised that they're still working on it and doing their best to get the monies together to render an approval. We will continue to follow up on this until a decision is made. We have no budget transfers, and we are currently still on track and projected to come in under our allocated budget for 2024-2025 fiscal year. I want to thank Brendan and Eddie for our garage organization. It was very much needed. They did a phenomenal job. It looks great. Anybody wants to stop in and see it, you're more than welcome to. Thank you again. Colasar Industries also donated all of the wood and all of the screws and everything else that goes along with it. So we thank you.
Thank you, Brendan.
Any questions, concerns, or comments?
Just one, maybe you want to bring up watercraft classes?
Yeah, so that's April 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be held here in the courthouse from 6 to 10 p.m. both nights.
This course is now mandated for everyone?
Mandated for everybody.
Everyone
Up in
driving a boat?
2025, everybody has to have their boat or safety certificate.
Register by calling 845-477-9211.
Correct. Thank you. Anything else?
Tommy, I'd like to comment on something that the chief just brought up.
Go ahead, John.
Chief Iron is a very humble person. He's an outstanding leader. The 3-minute response time that the Greenwood Lake Police Department has is something that he said very quickly. That is over half. That's half of the national average for a police response time. We are very lucky to have this police department and this chief. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. We will continue to try to, make our response quicker and quicker. We're always striving for excellence, that's for sure. But thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, John, yeah. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Water, I will give a quick water report for Operator Phil Andrew. The village taken delivery of 2 new turbometers, which is mandated by the health department. We've also ordered a pressure transmitter that measures the level of water in our storage tanks. He's been having a little issue with reading, how much water are actually in the tanks. So all this is essential equipment. The new water treatment plant renovation plans have been completed by Delaware Engineering, and was submitted last week to Orange County DOH, Department of Health, for review and approval. Once we get that from Department of Health, we're going to see a lot of movement down at that plant. The money's been set aside. The plans are done. The place is in desperate need of this repair. Operator Phil Andrew has, he used a lot of Band-Aids to keep that thing running. So it's very important that we see this plant refurbishing as sooner rather than later. I'd also like to acknowledge and congratulate Phil's daughter, Juliana. She just passed her DOH field test, which makes her officially licensed and certified grade two-way water operator in the state of New York. It's quite an accomplishment. There's a lot of moving parts at a water facility, believe me. So that, I'm sure that test was quite intense. So congratulations to her. And while Brendan's here and Bill had left, Phil would like to thank the DPW and Brendan for their effort in repairing major water main breaks up on Main Drive and Lakelands. Bitterly cold night, and for the countless hours on Murray Road they spent trying to find a leak. We'll get it. That concludes their reports. I'm going to go right into trustee reports. Deputy Mayor Kelm is not present this evening. Trustee Sellier.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, with the Chamber. The Chamber held rang in the new year with their February mixer at the Ice House. Successful, good turnout. They wanted to thank all those who attended. I think I know Mayor, you were there, and others were there. They have their spring mixer already on the calendar for April 2nd. We'll be at Murphy's from 6 to 9. And Adam Iron mentioned the street fair, which is June 16th. They're accepting vendor applications from this time, so starting early to get that strong support and strong turnout. The library, once again, is offering their tax aid assistance service. It's a volunteer-run tax preparation service. Residents can call 211 to set up an appointment if they need assistance with preparing taxes for this season. And their next board meeting is scheduled for February 25th. The Comprehensive Plan Committee, and I know it's on old business, Mayor, so I know you'll go into it in depth. Just mention it. I did attend that meeting, and I will be attending meetings going forward. It was a kickoff meeting that brought all of the community members who are part of the committee who will be involved in that process together, sort of an introduction, also an introduction to sort of the process that we're going to follow. We already have a meeting on a calendar for next month. We've established our meeting cadences, which is good. So we're moving forward with the comprehensive plan sort of update committee. And one of the first steps there is the outreach to the community. So we're working on putting together a survey that will go out to the community to gather that input. So that's sort of the big first next steps with the Comprehensive Plan Committee. My goal in my report is to continue to provide the public updates as I'm able to on the progress of the work being done by the Comprehensive Plan Committee. So that ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Sellier. Trustee Trezino.
Good evening, everybody. From the building department, they report that there was one planning and zoning board meeting in January. It was regarding 3 returning applications. One for restructuring a pre-existing structure within the critical environment area, one for creating a 2-bedroom apartment over an existing commercial structure, and one for variance to create an accessory structure. Public safety, I've reached out to representatives of our emergency services regarding reporting monthly activity. Obviously, our police department always does their own. The Greenwood Lake Ambulance Corps reported that for the month of January, they handled a total of 66 calls. No issues within the department were reported. I have not received any information from the Greenwood Lake Fire Department as far as numbers, but no issues were reported. We are currently with public safety. We're currently in the home stretch of winter. So while enjoying outside activities, please everybody use caution and common sense, especially when you're using the frozen lake. There are no guarantees as to the thickness or the stability of the ice. Stay clear of areas where you see obvious open water, especially near the bridges or under the bridges. Remember that during the slightly warmer days, as we keep going on, the sun is going to cause the snow to melt, but at night it's going to freeze again, often causing black ice on the roads. Use extra caution when driving at night or in the morning. To wrap it up, and speaking of ice, Trustee Veth and I have been working on trying to put together a village skating day at the rinks that are located in Helen Kelly Field and incorporating with the Elks Lodge over there. Unfortunately, the weather has been kind of working against us, didn't cooperate, and we ended up with unskatable ice when we were really trying to get it together. But we're not out of the winter yet, so we're hoping that we're looking at conditions that are going to smooth out the ice, get some more cold days, and we will plan from there. While we're talking about ice, let's remember that on Thursday, the USA hockey team will be playing against Team Canada for the championship. So go USA. Let's show them how it's done up there in Boston. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you, Trustee Trezino. Trustee Veth?
Nothing really. The lake, one thing I'd like to add to John's report, I believe there's open water, Adam, coming into the arm now.
Yes, over here in the north arm, yes.
So if you were coming off of the main lake trying to get down the arm, there's open water from shore to shore with ice blocks in the middle. So that's not a safe area. That's my report for tonight.
Thank you. Attorney Nugent, anything?
Nothing for the public. We have a couple items for executive session. And that's
Thank
it.
you. Clerk's report.
We'll be sending Phil out next week to do water reads, so your water bills should be coming out in March. Anybody that had not paid their water bill by Friday the 14th, it will be re-levied onto your taxes. If you need anything, just come see Holly, Mitzi, and myself, and we'll be happy to help.
Just something for me real quick. I just came back from a 2-day conference in the city, the Association of Towns. I was with Councilman D'Angelo and a couple other guys from the town of Warwick. Very informative. It's 2 days. It goes pretty fast. A lot of workshops. They did a dynamite job in scheduling speakers. It was a lot of meetings, but it was good. I personally learned a lot and took away a lot of information that I'll obviously be sharing with everybody. So that was good. Old business, the comprehensive plan. Trustee Cellier will be the official liaison to the board, while everybody on the board is on the comprehensive plan. Trustee Cellier will be the official one. He'll be reporting in the future on the progress that we're having. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's not done often, so we're gonna do it right. We're gonna not dilly-dally, but we're gonna take our time, dot our I's, cross our T's. A lot of community input. We're gonna be asking for. We'll be having workshops. We'll be having, like Trustee Cellier said, mailings. We're gonna go into the schools. We want young adults, high school people, even younger, to opine on this. While a lot of their ideas might not work, but we do want opinions from everyone. What makes it to the finish line, we don't know, but that's why it's a plan with a decent sized committee. So, looking forward to that. It's due, and we want to implement something. So, we're in the early stages. Lake treatment. I'll be signing the permit process to treat our lake with herbicides to the DEC this week, in conjunction with a mailing that's obligated to go out. We're just waiting for the parameters of that mailing before we send it out. It's a 90-day mailing, so we're right on point for a mid-May mid to late May, permission to treat our lake, which is exactly the time we would typically want to do it. The lake will get treated with specific herbicides. Then it will be maintained with weed harvesting throughout the spring and summer. We have 2 weed harvesters that we've had for last year. We're in the middle of taking delivery of a brand new one, small one, that'll help us navigate the arms. I think it's going to make a huge difference in how it looks, what the boaters are going to feel, swimmers, everything from aesthetics to, we're doing the best we can to try to maintain what we can. So we're looking forward to that being in a timely manner. Water line surveys or lead and copper. We're mandated by the state to identify water lines, the metal that is used for water lines. They're looking for water lines that have lead in them. Our water treatment operator, Phil Landro, fortunately, in his 25 years here, has never seen lead in any of his endeavors. Now, there might be one, old businesses might have them, but the state is mandating that we identify any residences that have them. So there's a survey. You can go to greenwoodlake.org, check on the QR code, and help us out with a survey. We have to complete this. They did give us a decent amount of time, but we all know how that can creep up on us. So it's something that we don't want to put on the back burner. So if you can, call up Village Hall with any questions, and we'll give you as much help as we can with the lead and copper survey. Test borings in the North Arm. Our village water engineers, drinking water, not wastewater, drinking water engineers, feel that potentially we have a very good source of spring water in the North Arm, the arm that we're treating right across from the firehouse and the Legion. I just want to, excuse me, we're not going to be taking water from the lake. We're not talking lake water. We're talking about spring water below the lake. In order to find this out, you have to test. So we have a company coming in the early spring, as soon as they can get their barge in there, to do test boring holes to determine if in fact we can chase water underneath that ground. If we don't, we don't have it today. But if we do, it could be a game changer as far as, how the immediate future of our drinking water will be. We'll be less dependent on wells, etc. Now, it's too early to give you good news or bad news, but that's going to happen in early May. So if you see, it's not an oil well we're digging for out there. It's going to be for water. New business, beach passes. Beach passes are up and running. Call Village Hall, go online. All the information is on our website. Every year we have the early bird special, so to speak. The early bird special this year will end on May 16th. So you have between now and mid-May to get your passes at a, let's call it a discounted rate before they go full speed. We will be offering active duty military free passes, and to be determined if we're going to do anything else for any other volunteers. But right now it's active duty military. But the price, I don't have it in front of me. The price does go up, a couple of dollars if you wait until June to get them. So try to be ahead of the game. Millennial grants, we have contracted through the town of Warwick. We're piggybacking them as is the village of Warwick and the village of Florida with a grant writing company. This company we had a meeting with. They assess our needs. We give them not a wish list, but we give them what we feel is important to the village, where we could use extra funds. They research it, they find them, They write them, and hopefully we get the money. That being said, so far it's only been, since January, and I'm kind of impressed, at least, it's not results yet because you don't get a grant in 6 weeks, but I'm very impressed with the correspondence that I've received regarding the opportunities that are out there. These are opportunities that you'd never pick up on your own. They do this for a living, and I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll be getting some grants throughout this year for sorely needed items that can help us. Fireworks. Okay, our fireworks, we're going to have a resolution in a little while in order to enter into a contract for fireworks, not only for this year, which is only a couple months away, but now next year, two things happen in the fireworks department. 4th of July is on a Saturday, which typically would price us out. Big towns, cities, they want them on the 4th. That's why if you noticed, ours will be the 5th, the 3rd, the 7th. The price is substantially decreased. The company that we've been using, realizes that we're a steady customer, has offered for us to do it on the 4th. Pretty much the same price as last year. Might have to go up a little bit, but right now we're at the same price. But also the extra dynamic is next year is the 250th anniversary of the United States, so it's not just a regular anniversary. So coupled with it's a Saturday, coupled with it's a 250th, for 26 I'm talking about, we're going to have an option where we can opt in to 2026. You almost have to be 18 months out of preparing for a fireworks show for that particular Saturday. If it was a Wednesday, it probably wouldn't matter. But because in 2026 is a Saturday and the substantial birthday, we feel it's important to continue our fireworks celebration the right way, that we lock it in. So that's a resolution that's coming. Lions Club, I was reached out by Lion President Nancy D'Angelo regarding the Lions Club wanting to refurbish the small little park adjacent to the Senior Citizen Center. It's a nice little spot. Right now it's kind of overgrown. I guess it's been neglected. I mean, trees are overgrown, bushes are overgrown, nothing aesthetically pleasing about it. So the Lions would like to take that on as a project. For those of you who don't know, the Lions historically takes on projects in the village, and they always make it look better than it started, which is obviously is the goal. But they will give us some conceptual ideas as it moves forward. But we all were in agreement that that's something we'd love to see happen. It's right in the middle of town. The village is right there on Main Street, so I think that'll be a great thing, and thank you to the Lions for that. Sidewalks on Jersey Avenue, I mentioned earlier. New York State Department of Transportation is looking to put sidewalks from the corner of Windermere Avenue and Jersey Avenue, right on the corner by the light, on the south side of the street up towards Wilson. Through eminent domain, they've taken that sliver of land that connects the state highway and the property owners, and they're going to be putting sidewalks in that area. And they're desperately needed. So that's just a good thing. So that's going to happen. They did not give us a timeline. I'm trying to find out. Knowing the state, it's not going to be tomorrow. So sidewalks will be added there. Warwick 2025, just amount what I just said. The town of Warwick has formed a committee to properly prepare for next year's celebration of the United States' 250th birthday. We will have representation. Trustee Trezino has volunteered to go up and represent the village on that committee. I will be definitely making at least the inaugural meeting. but John will be reporting back to the board as this committee does its thing. It's a town-wide thing. You know, there'll be events in Greenwood Lake, there'll be events in Florida, there'll be events in the town, in the villages. So I think that's a good thing, and John will be reporting back on that. Okay, events. Teen Center, Tuesday nights, located at the Community Center, 51 Waterstone Road, between the hours of 4 and 6 for the 2nd to 5th graders, 6 and 8 p.m. for 6th to 8th graders. Zoning Board meeting, tentative dates, February 25th and March 11th, and then March 25th. Located 18 Church Street, downstairs, Village Hall, starting at 7:30. This is an important one for those who have any issues with their taxes. We will be having a tax grievance night in Village Hall, 18 Church Street, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on February 26th. The town assessor will be present. We will entertain any discrepancies. My only suggestion is do your due diligence, do your homework. You know, it's hard to come and say, I think my taxes are too high. What can you do for me? You have to bring some reasons why you feel your taxes are too high. Do you have 2 bedrooms and it's listed as 4? That would be something that you could grieve. So, but that's tax grievance night on the 26th. Okay, excuse me. Celtic Day, February 23rd, located at the American Legion, 40 Mountain Lakes Road, starting 1. That's this Sunday, I believe, correct? Yep. There's St. Patrick's Day dinner dance and celebrating the Celts of the Year. Celts of this year are Keith and Donna Garley. Keith is our justice for the village, and Donna works for the village also. That'll be Saturday, March 8th. American Legion, 40 Mountain Lakes Lane, starting at 7. Village election, March 18th. Senior Center, 132 Windermere Avenue, from 12 noon to 9.
I just want to say that on the ballot is going to be for Mayor Thomas Halley. In the 2 trustee seats, there's going to be Matthew Beth and Thais Polari. And that's what we received, so that's what the ballot is.
Okay. Chief Iron did speak about Boater Safety Course, April 2nd and 3rd, Courthouse located 47 Waterstone, starting at, I have 6, that's 6 p.m. is correct? Okay. And just, again, if you missed the chief's remarks, this is mandated this year in New York State that you have this course in order to operate watercraft in New York State. Okay. Privilege of the floor on any item. Anybody would like to say anything?
Oh, actually, Mayor.
Yes.
Sorry. Celtic Day on February 23rd and St. Patrick's Day dinner dance. I will be the master of ceremonies at both of those, so I hope to see the entire village of Greenwood Lake there and all your smiling faces.
I will bring up something because I see that gentleman over there. I received your email about a week late. We had server problems in the village. Believe me, it's been mayhem. Do you want to say anything about the nostalgic baseball game or anything like that? There was a historic baseball game that was scheduled during the centennial that unfortunately was rained out, and we'd like to have it as a standalone event sometime in June. So I will work with you, and we'll sit down as a couple of guys and girls, and we'll try to come up with a good date and some sort of schedule that's going to good. And you want to say anything, or you would want to just wait and talk? Okay, so that's going to be. So we didn't forget about it. We're going to attempt to do that in June. It's what it is an old-fashioned baseball game from, I guess, the 1800s. They reenacted. I understand it's a very, very nice thing. Yeah, the reason it was started during the centennial year was the little connection we have with Babe Ruth and stuff like that. And I think it would be kind of a nice day. So we'll work on that and get back to you. Okay, nothing on the privilege of the floor. So we're going to go right into resolutions. Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
Okey doke. Resolution number 62 of 2024-25. Be it resolved that the Village Board of Village Greenwood Lake authorize the hiring of Daniel Strisco as a part-time police officer at a rate of $28.99 an hour. Once he is tenured, he'll be on minimum wage while he's in field training. This will be upon his successful completion, correct?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
successfully completed.
Oh, he's done.
I'm hoping tomorrow we can
Oh,
start
okay.
him in at 10 if you're there, Kat.
Sure.
Okay,
You have Pat Duggan.
a little.
Knock him all down,
You got to do it
Oh,
like
wait.
you got to do it at 9:30. We have at 10 o'clock,
Oh, wait.
but we'll talk after it,
Okay.
or 11 o'clock. Okay, so he'll be $28.99. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trevino,
Second.
Sallier, all aye.
Aye. Resolution number 63, 2024-2025. Be it resolved that the Village Board of Village Green Lake authorizes the renewal of building permit number 2394. This is just, they timed that on the 6 months, things got haywire. This is quite common. We extended 6 months. Any,
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Beth,
I'll second that.
Trevino, all aye.
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 Resolution 64, 2024-2025. Okay, let's see. Do I have to read all the names for this, Brian? Or I'm just authorizing the comprehensive plan
The
committee.
board has it, I don't know.
The board has everyone's name,
Okay, yeah.
so we just want to establish the committee
Yeah,
then.
as long as the board has the full resolution, you can just
Okay,
do the
very good.
resolve part.
Okay. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Village Board of Village of Greenwood Lake will hereby establish a comprehensive plan committee be established. We have the members posted. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
I'll second.
Okay, hold on. All right, Sallier, Beth, all aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 65, 2024-2025, authorizes the acceptance of a real property donation on Kane and Random Road. This is a property in the Victory Acres section. It's a small parcel of land that it's been owned by a family for 50 or 60 years. Obviously, there's really nothing that can be done with it. The people are elderly. It's only about a $200 or $300 tax hit to us, so they want to donate it to us with no strings attached. See no reason why we don't take it over. We own property adjacent to that, where we have some wells and stuff, so it's a no-brainer, so to speak. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
All right, Beth,
I'll second that.
Trevino, all aye.
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 Resolution 66 of 2024-2025. Authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Verizon in New York concerning pole attachments. These pole attachments will be for our cameras that we'll be putting up. We have that technology grant. So, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trevino,
I'll second.
Sallier, all aye.
Aye.
Resolution 67, 2024-2025. This resolution gives authorizing the mayor to sign a 2-year contract for fireworks displays, as I just previously explained. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Sallier, second. Trevino, all aye.
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 Resolution 68, 2024-2025. Be it resolved that the village hereby sets a public hearing March 12th, 2025, at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter, as can be heard, to consider an amendment to Chapter 100, Article 3, concerning tax exemptions for volunteer firefighters and ambulance members. Now, that'll be a workshop, a public hearing. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Beth, Trevino, all aye.
Aye.
Resolution 69, 24-25. Be it resolved that the village board hereby amends the village fee schedule in the form presented to village board. We all should have a copy. This fee schedule is all mostly regarding building permits, et cetera, et cetera. Fees did go up nominally on certain areas. but duly necessary. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Beth? Rosino? All aye?
Aye.
That's it, Kat, right?
That's it.
Okay,
Good
that's
work
it,
on
resolutions.
the schedule.
Okay, approval. I need a motion to pay all audited bills.
I'll make the motion.
Cellier?
I'll second.
Beth? All aye?
Aye.
Right.
Okay,
I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes from January 15th Village Board meeting and minutes from the January 27th, 2025 special meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Rosino?
Second.
Cellier? All aye?
Aye.
Aye.
There are 0 budget amendments. And now I'd like to have a motion that we enter into executive session for personnel matters and collective bargaining. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we move to executive session.
Beth? Do I have a second?
Okay, now just for the,
Rosino?
all right, just for the public, we're gonna go into executive session now. We will, when we return from executive session, you're welcome to come back up. We will check, make sure you're not there, or if you're there. If there are any motions or resolutions that will be made, they will be made in public after the executive session. I do not feel that we will be making any this evening. So right now, we're gonna go to executive session. Thank you for those who have attended. And we'll put this on hold.
Yeah, we should a second on that.
Oh, I'm
Beth,
sorry.
please.
Made the motion.
I made a motion. We have a second?
We had a second. Beth made the motion, Truzino seconded it.
Okay, all those?
Aye.
Aye. Good. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.